Welcome back, viewers. This is Business Compass, and we're talking to Miss Ogbel Bejwe Majub, and we're looking at her business, Jkarta. Yeah, is that how you say it?
Jkarta.
Jkarta. Okay. So, Jkarta is a 1-year-old company. They have 8 employees.
Yes.
2 in production, 2 in sales, 2 in marketing. The founder and the accountant.
Okay, so the question
hold up.
It's not permanent employees.
Hold up.
So
Let's
that's something
finish. Hold up.
I have to also let you know.
They started last year. They have expanded their business into Ivory Coast and Liberia. And they are hoping to go into Nigeria in 1 year. Okay. Now you said these are not permanent employees.
Yes.
Okay, what are they?
Okay, because it's a startup business, it's very heavily reliant on third parties. So these third parties have basic MOUs. So memorandum of understanding. So what happens is with these teams I'm calling out here, on our count we'll say they are 8, but have no contracts permanently with Jkarta.
But you're paying them every month?
Yes.
Okay.
So we pay for the third parties based on volumes and production.
Oh, well, let me tell you what you're doing, and this is my sense of it. You have a baby, and you have a classic thing in your mind about what a startup looks like. You need to discard that image very quickly if this business is going to succeed. Because if I listen to you carefully, you've used that phrase, because we are a startup, several times. There is you have a fixed model of what a startup is. Wrong. Every startup depends on the business. The business depends on the personalities, the business philosophy, what you're producing. The second thing I see here is you have a baby. You have decided that at 3 months, this baby must eat solid food. The baby is throwing up. The baby is crying. The baby is complaining, and you are still insisting that because you are a 3-month-old baby, in my mind, you must be eating solid food. You can't be a 1-year-old company. You're producing all this. Count the product lines. You have earrings, you have bracelets, you have shirts, you have casual dresses, you have formal dresses, you have men's suits, you have women's high heel shoes, you have men's full shoes, you have men's slippers, you have women's slippers. I've counted 10 different product lines. Most 1-year-old companies in this kind of market would probably be producing just one thing. I didn't even count the handbags. They would start with one thing, and it can be just a jute jacket or a jute satchel or something, and then they keep building on that. So as the market demands, then you respond to the market. So you're selling jackets to your clients, and then I say, oh, I would love a bag to go with this, or a belt, and then you give me that. And then you must have a process of testing the product. You must have a group of customers that you use to test. And you say, oh, I want to bring out earrings this month. And then you sit with them, and then they tell you, okay, this is our feedback, and then you refine it, and then you pilot it, and then you know whether to go big. You are just putting money in, and you're producing, and you're going and saying product. That's not the way business works. And then you want to take on big markets with differences in taste. Ivory Coast is a very sophisticated market in terms of taste and customer preferences. Nigeria is huge. And I've wanted you to conquer Ghana first before you even start going there. And there, at least you're familiar with here. This is home. You now want to enter a market with lots of designers. Lots of people doing things not only with jute, but even with water hyacinth. They found a way to treat the weed and make it into products. And you are not even doing products, which may be easy, as in iPad cases and placemats. You're doing garments. It's a difficult thing you're taking on. I think you're running too fast, too quickly. I don't know, maybe Frank and the numbers will tell us something different, but that's my sense. That's my gut sense.
I mean, looking at the numbers and even your bank statement, I don't unless there's not complete, I don't see how these numbers support the business model you have. And also, I believe maybe you are putting a lot of your own resources in. I don't know if you know how much you yourself have invested in this business from your own personal resources.
Can you compute it?
Do you know?
I'd rather not disclose it.
No, don't disclose it, but can you compute it?
It can be computed, because what is happening is with the business, I maybe have to direct the philosophy as well. So let's say we take a certain brand, for instance, a Gucci or a Louis Vuitton, just like you're saying, they have different things that are for the product. That was the whole idea for bringing it up. Some of the things, like you're saying, into the markets have been tested. The sophistications of certain products have also been done. Another bit about it that has to do with the numbers, like you're saying, the investments, the business has certain levels of investments that is pushed into bank statements that you see now, because it's given an inflow for a test period. So it's tiered. I mean, I'll use the financial language. It's tiered for what we give it for a period of time. So maybe in tier 1, you may see a value that may be showing on the statements as that, but there's a stated capital that is there for the business.
Okay.
But you didn't answer the question. Your personal funds that are going into the business.
Yes.
Are you tracking that?
I am tracking that.
Okay. That's it.
But I'd rather not disclose.
No problem.
Nobody has asked you to disclose.
So,
you see, you're too much of a banker. You're jumping the. Nobody has asked you to disclose it.
how long do you think, given the pattern of revenue you just spoke to us about, how long do you think you can make enough profit to recover your investment, or at least stop?
Not from invested funds.
Yeah.
From
business.
From business. Yes.
From
how,
business.
how long do you think it take for you to sort of even break even? That's make
Operational
enough
profit,
money from the business itself to cover all its costs without you supplementing it? Do you
I have given the business 4 years.
But you see, again, you're not answering the question. You, exactly what I was saying. You have given the business. You have decided.
No,
That's not what he asked you.
Because it is it's actually, I'm answering it on behalf of the business.
No, he's asking you when, from looking at the numbers that we're seeing today, because if he had it, he could tell you when can the business generate it, not what timelines you have given the business. It's an essential difference.
Yes.
That's what I keep saying. You are pushing the business. This is what you're doing. You're pushing the business. You must get to that point by this date. You're not letting the business evolve by itself. When can the business produce those numbers?
4 years.
4 years.
Yes.
Okay.
In 4 years.
What was turnover based on turnover last?
Based on turnover last
in the first year.
Based on turnover in the first year and demand as at this year.
Okay.
Demand should be turnover. Has the demand translated into sales?
It would turn over into sales.
It hasn't yet.
It hasn't.
Okay.
Because there are certain things that are in course for productions, which is no more going to be on retail, but on wholesale volumes.
Okay. Better. That's good. So now you're going to do based on orders.
Yes.
Commissions. So they
Commissions.
pay and then you deliver.
Yes.
That's good.
Okay. So you also mentioned that you just have an accountant, so you haven't kept the old
Bookkeeping
books.
hasn't been good.
Yeah.
Because
but
I
I'm
was
sure.
the same storekeeper, creative director, marketing, everything.
Okay.
So it's normal. It's normal with a startup.
We should expect that it will be taken care of going forward.
Yes, going
okay,
forward.
so then
yes.
there was no need for me to address much there.
No.
So
Okay.
you don't want any support with bookkeeping.
With bookkeeping, accountants would also would take that from me.
Okay.
So
And how
all
would you
the
understand
so
what-
they're going to what they've started is to register stock, register assets, and then register all other things that are being that have been booked from the period of start till date. So they're
Okay.
working on that.
But you should still know about it.
For myself, I do
Yes.
because I give them the values.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Then I think she's fine. At least the thought process tells me that they are on track
Okay.
somehow to track some of these things. So yeah, great.
Okay. What were the other challenges?
She had a question. She wanted to clarify something on marketing.
Okay, yes. Back to the marketing.
Okay, Petra, with the marketing aspects, we came into the market with a segment which was for men. We came, the business Jkarta came into the market, which was a segment with the men.
Okay.
In process, we had a lot of men that come in and requests for things for women.
Okay.
And then what happened is most of the things you see haven't been mass produced. So they are like catalog studio products. So you have this bag there. It hasn't been mass produced, but in our catalogs, it is there with a name. So maybe we call this Zara. So we give it a name, and then it's in the studio. We have a studio for all the products. Then after we defined these segments, it then came to functionality. So we actually now started to look at the products to serve the function for both male and female. So this is how come it's driven us all the way down to now produce products that you see today in different categories.
Okay. So essentially, you're still going through the product development phase,
Yes.
where you're
Yeah.
testing some of them, you're refining it and clarifying it. That's perfectly okay.
Yes.
So my suggestion would just be that as you go through that process, you become more and more sure about which products you want to focus on, produce properly at the best quality, the best price for the
The
group that
pricing,
you want to.
a bit more
you want to
business-minded and
focus
not
on.
passion-driven.
Yes.
And then what you can do better than your competition. So that's very, very important.
Are you mapping the competition?
Yes, I am.
Yeah.
You're looking
So
at
once
their
you're
products.
thinking of all
so
of those
what
things.
what it is because we want the business not only to sit in Ghana. We're looking at just our current countries that are next to us and within our bordering region, which is West Africa. So our competitors, that's why she mentioned Femi Bags.
Yeah.
I've had a meeting with Femi. There are some stories that are within our businesses that are, she actually also started just like I have.
Yeah.
We all go through it. It's a process chain. There are certain things as we go on with the accountants, I'll speak into it again when they come back, that has to do with machineries. We'll come back through that, and then that would also define the sophistication she has also said about the products.
Okay. Ogwell has a very big idea of what the vision should be and the product range and everything. When you talk about cataloging and everything,
Vision is
I
not her
get
issue.
I get the
Vision is
sense
not
that she has
Ogwell's
all
issue.
of that
The problem is she wants a vision.
now. But just from a
Baby
product
has to
development
breathe.
phase, yes. From a product development phase,
phase,
there has
yes.
to be a phasing
Phasing
of it.
of it,
yes.
And there has to be a method to it so that you also become clear in your research and development.
Okay, now I want the break.
investments.
I need a break to just think.
Yeah.
And I think Ogwell needs a break too. So we're going to go on a break. And when we come back, we'll now see how we can finance this, your big vision, because there's a big vision there and it's really driving you. So viewers, let's take a break and we'll be back shortly.
Immediately the product was actually introduced to me, I wanted to get on it, and that was the Gold Check account, guys. This has actually changed my business. So on the First National Bank app, you have the business toolkits that gives you all the information that you need to run your business, and whatever inquiries you have, they're always ready to answer. And that makes life very easy for me. And you have the in contacts that helps you access every transaction that takes place or happens. Now, point of sales terminal, I market wherever I go, and so I love to have that so I can take payment, especially with those who tell me I do not have cash. A bank that understands that you can start life all over again or start a business from scratch. Very keen on running it and making sure that you grow to the core. It's one you should look out for. My name is Jifa Gray, the CEO of Jifa Gray Creations. I recommend that you sign up to the Gold Check account from First National Bank for a great banking experience.
Whatever the occasion, with ATL, you can never be out of style. ATL, bringing fabric to life.